Could be a foul. You guys ready to talk about some Frontline Gaming Lone Star Open 40K Championships and midget tossing?
About as ready as the 5 minutes notice you gave me.
I
I
mean,
was about to say, I was knee deep in Diablo hardcore and then was taking a shower and Brad was like, I need you, Steven. And I was like, I got you, fam.
see, I love the fact that you guys came in to bat for me. I realized that Mr. Brian Horton's on vacation about, I don't know, 4 minutes ago. So I kind of thought it was going to be him and I hanging out tonight. And then it was not him and I.
We all told Brad this on Monday, so it shouldn't be a surprise.
Did you tell me? Did someone send me an individual message?
That's not the point of a group chat.
Or did you try to send something in a group chat, which we all know I do not read?
Do we know that you do not read them, though?
You do read them, though. Because we get your flavorful commentary.
I literally read whatever's on the screen right then. If I don't scroll up ever. And so if it's right there, I respond to that and then I leave. Boom. Thief in the night, like Batman.
I'll be sure to tag you, so you just get nonstop messages on every single group chat you're in.
No, we just have to remind him whenever we do the streams. Just send him messages being like, hey, I know it's the Wednesday stream. You're doing it with Brandon and Eloise, but just so you know, Brian's not going to be there tomorrow.
Excellent. Alex says that LSO is his first large tournament. Super hyped to go.
Dude, congratulations. LSO is a wonderful one. The Dallas people are really, really nice. It's a great event. You'll have a great time.
You know what? We're going to look at random lists, and we're going to talk about our ATC prep and the fact that Mr. Crawley has literally made our team dynamic crumble to the ground. We were so confident with lists that we were bringing, and then we were not.
No. We can't talk about that on here. Not because I'm worried about spilling our secrets, but because people can't actually know that I don't think knights are good. So if they think they have to think that I'm the towering apologist. We can't let them think I think knights are not the best army in the game.
I am testing
towering
out.
apologist, you.
I know, right? Literally, I have people walking up to me being like, "You really think towering is okay?" And I'm like,
Yes.
Look, we need to have a talk. You need a drink. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna have a good time.
Speaking of drinking, I forgot to open up my bottle of wine. I'm very sad.
Oh God, Brad, you need your wine for us to be able to continue.
I know. Don't walk outside at all, so you don't spontaneously combust. So we got lists to talk about. We've got our ATC prep to talk about. There's a good chance that I'm just randomly bringing an army that was totally not in consideration 24 hours ago, and now is the probable thing I'm bringing.
And you
If
need
it's
to
not Space
specify.
Wolves, we're all disappointed.
That's not my fault. I told him to play Space Wolves, and he said no. He said that he would rather play them in an RTT.
I am disappointed. So is Andy. Andy, who you mentor personally, is also disappointed in you.
No, actually, I
literally said
think
he
Andy's
was
actually happy because he's playing the same army as him. No, never mind. You were. You're not now. My bad.
He's a Custodes man right now.
Yeah.
We're all
So
disappointed in you. It's okay.
We should talk about LSO first, right?
yes, I mean, let's look at. You know what? I'm gonna go all the way to the S's. Because,
By the way, have you noticed the LSO is freaking gigantic this year?
exactly,
Like, because this one's only a 2-day event, right?
I was going to go to this and I did not, and I'm sad now. But
I know. Only reason I didn't go is because you didn't go. You ruined me, man.
How many people are going?
There are 217 in the BCP with approximately 5 drops.
That's a reasonable amount.
So,
Is it the same venue they had in 2001 or 2021?
I mean,
Yeah, the one in Frisco.
I desperately begged to stay at Andy's house, and he said, "I will murder you with my cats." And I was like, "That's not even cool, man. Not even cool."
At least he's considerate and told you that he had cats well beforehand.
True story.
I'm actually super surprised that Stephen Box is traveling to this from.
They travel. The English actually do some really big trips. Like set.
He was up in Canada.
Yeah,
he was playing in Canada for a week.
Box is good piece, man. He rolls a lot.
No, he is a really good dude. His
So-
list is weird as hell.
Well, I got it up right now. Let's talk about this, kids. He's got the Biophagus, Clamavis, Jackal-Alphus, double Jackal-Alphus, the basically auto-include double Nexus, double Primus, only single Saboteur, which made me sad inside. Then we've got 2, all right, 2, 3, 4, 4 Acolyte hybrids, 10 mans. Or sorry, well, he's got them all weird.
He's got 4 hybrids.
4 hybrids
for acolytes, and then one
just
Neophyte
one
hybrid
Neophyte.
20 man.
Yeah, I was surprised at
And
that.
he only went double seismic, double Weber with that, which
Yeah.
is super interesting.
And then he literally brought a big old unit of Aberrants, Ridge Runners, a Ridge Runner, and then 2 units of Jackals. This is a very different list.
It's incredibly unique. I don't know how well it's going to do in the US meta with how killy it is, but I'm very interested to see, especially since over here the hybrids don't respond with demolition charges. So like he's got a lot invested into like a really big go turn. He's only got he's got 2 Primuses in the list, but only the 2 Nexos. Like it's really interesting. I'm very excited to see how he does with it.
He's got a lower model count than I would see in a lot of other GSC lists.
Yeah.
But he's looking to do big damage.
Do you think it's a transportation issue? He just doesn't have the space in his luggage?
I don't know. I think he's got a lot of stuff because he's putting on a seminar, I think, right there also, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's got basically stuff. There's no way that he doesn't have with all the shit he's going to be transporting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he only has 1 upgrade on the so the Biophagus is probably going to be in the thing to give them the Aberrants the scout deploy, right? And he's got Meticulous Planner to Vect because Vect is good. And only one of the Jackals has the move after thing. It's so weird. Like if I was doing this, if I was going to go double Jackals, I would have put the Inscrutable Cunning onto the other Jackal so that I had one that was scout deploying and then could scout move, and then the other one could do the normal thing and be able to like move block from heck. It's such a crazy list. It's mind blowing.
It's different. You know whose list we're going to look at? I love Pajamas comes in and goes, just say you hate the list.
Well, look at what Eloise is saying. It's super interesting. Shows a visible face of disgust.
I find your lack of neophytes to be disturbing.
You know what? Let's
I
look
don't know
at
what all those words that Brad just said. I have no idea what they are. So just like I glazed over for a minute. Like I couldn't even tell you what any of that crap is.
I really think that the Moo Crew is just going to win ATC with Brandon having no idea what he's going to play or the rules for anyone else. Apparently, you're just going to attempt to disbelieve and just be like, nah, that doesn't work.
I'm just going to roll more 6s. I got this.
No. I already know what's going to happen. Okay, what's going to happen is that Brandon is going to get so sick of looking at Marine stuff, he's just going to type to his team, "I'm done. It's Crute all the way," and then he's just going to go undefeated with nothing but Crute.
Body.
And nobody's going to be like, "What is this list?" You just need to go like all the Crute and then like 2 Town.
I do like throwing the curveballs. See,
Whose list are we looking at next?
Town are so broken that's
We're
banned.
going to go to Endy.
Andy. Oh, you're going to give away Andy's secret sauce?
Specifically, he's playing Custodes. He got no secret sauce.
There's a lot of variants in Custodes.
Hold on, let me see if I can find him. I think there's like 15 or 20 Endymions. So, here we go.
Andy, I am severely disappointed in your lack of Aluris Terminators, sir.
Whoa. Andy and I made this list together. Thank you very much.
He's only got 5 Aluris Terminators. This is the list that you were working on before when we told you to make the changes to it. Oh, man. You see,
1, he said that Trajan's going in the list. I said, what do you think about Trajan? He says he's going in the list. Go screw yourself. And I was like,
I can respect that.
Cool. We're bringing that. But I like this. I love the Blade Champions jumping in units because that advance and charge once again is just boss mode. Plus the Blade Champions are beasts. For 100 points, those guys rock.
Yeah, they have a lot of good play. They play into a lot of different matchups well. The advance and charge is really good, and especially it gives you the ability to play off of rapid ingress better because you can start from a few more inches behind, getting behind a wall or something like that, and then that advance and charge pays dividends.
Yeah, I mean, it's boss mode. He's got the Aloris. He's got the big custodian wardens. Trajan jumps in there. I think that for me, man, we've talked about this. When you're bringing Custodes, I just think the exaction squads and some assassin, I don't even care which one, just goes in there. I like the Avasar because I'm cheap and he's got scout. But you can't put up goose eggs on first turn for your secondaries. You know what I mean? It's just you get behind. You can control the board, but you just can't get behind in points because you really want to just go absolutely nowhere. Because there's very little melee right now in the game, and you know who's got it? Custodes. Feel free to come over here where I'm standing behind this wall on this objective, and we'll duke it out and see how the dice go with my fight first T6 or 7 2-up save. Whoopsie.
The only issue
how was Trajan nerfed by the FLG judges? I haven't heard this. Well, that's what the comments are saying, so that's what I want to know.
They probably are not letting it account for damage reduction.
Really?
ATC ruled the same way where it doesn't affect damage reduction, which it should, but they said no.
Exactly.
Waiting for the crew to tell us how it's affected.
I didn't know it was. I went, hey, I'm not going to this tournament. So I didn't have. I literally have their thing up right now. There's their player placket. Bam!
It's probably not in the player packet. It's probably in their Jakey Google Drive FAQ.
Hey, no throwing shade at FLG right now, okay?
That's exactly it's a Jakey at Google Drive document.
No, I read
it's
through
not the player packet.
Well, I read through the player packet. I did not see anything. So
it'll be in there.
It's in a Google Drive document.
They have a Google Drive document on a per event basis, which makes it very difficult to track.
I used to be an assassin hater, but I really do actually like assassins just because of lone operative. Lone operative and scout is such a big thing because with like the Avasar, you can score any besides take your opponent's home objective, which is a stupid secondary, but you can take anything. You know what I mean? So it gives you that option even with slower armies to get there immediately and score some points.
The Calidus assassin is probably the best assassin right now.
That's why it's also 30 more points to the Avasar.
30 points for Vect
that is
just amazing.
The better, by the way, the better part about this is Eloise goes, Brad, is the player packet open? ? The funny part about that is I have people going there that I coach, so I actually pay attention to the player packet when I'm telling other people what they should be doing. Now, me, on the other hand, that player packet is it's like the pirate code. It's more like a suggestion.
Now, have you read the WTC player packet yet, Brad?
Yes, I have. I actually have.
Proud of you.
I have that
all
one. All
200 pages of it?
I go to certain armies and things, so.
I may or may not have control F'd it a couple of times,
Yep.
but I haven't. I'm not a thorough pack enjoyer.
Yeah,
where's Brian when we need him? He's probably got the thing memorized.
That thing was beefy. It was thick, roomy even. So let me go back to the list of players. Who do we want to see?
Let's look at Sweet Lou. Sweet Lou's always a good dude. I appreciate playing him. He usually plays with some weird jank.
Some weird jank.
Weird jank, not normal jank, not your average everyday jank. You got weird jank. Those Texans like their weird jank.
He is playing some Aeldari.
Oh.
We've got. Oh man, he's going all in already. I'm already in on this list. Azerman, the Avatar, Farseer, Skyrunner, fucking Fugin. This dude's a legend.
I told you, dude. That's why he's called Sweet Lou.
Spirit Seer, Dire Avengers, Falcon, Fire Dragons will be coming out of the Falcon to get those rerolls. Rangers, Shining Spears, not even D-Cannons, freaking Shadow Weavers, a Warlock Conclave, Windrunners, and Wraithguard. He could go 0-6, and this is still the best list there is.
It's Sweet Lou. He can't go 0-6. We know that. He's probably gonna take the whole thing with this list.
It's got some bang in it, you know what I mean? Like, some of this stuff's, nothing to mess with. I do want to see Hugin join that unit of fire dragons, come out of that Falcon and just start pew pew. Then I started blasting. So I just love this. He's got Azerman and Fugin. I have thumbs up. Who loves this list? It has 2 thumbs. This guy. This looks super fun.
We need to look over our Sisters of Battle list for Eloise.
Are there any of them?
Well, let's
while I look for one real quick. If you want to pull up Robin Roberts, because Robin Roberts is a traditional GSC player that plays in the U.S. consistently, and that's a really weird list that's closer to Brad's take. But there's going to be some interesting changes there, and I'll look for a Sisters.
Here's Mr. Roberts' list. He's got the Icon Warren, Biophagus, Clamavis, only a single Nexus, triple Primus, and then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Acolyte hybrids. Ooh, that's a lot of hybrids, man. Yeah. Or Acolytes, that is. And then he's got 3 units of Neophytes, which I think are the core of the army. They're the bread and butter. They're so good. Then we got a unit of Aberrants and 2 Ridge Runners. And a tiny unit of 5-man unit of Pure Strain Gene Stealers. This is also way different than you see. He really jammed into the Acolyte hybrids. I'm surprised at that because of the cost of them.
Yeah, and they only get run in 10-mans.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't notice when I was doing the metrics, right? Because we've been looking at GSC and been helping coach some GSC players recently. I wasn't seeing a lot of efficiency with the aspect of Acolytes over the Neophytes, because the Neophytes just have a wide range of shots and volume, and they do really well with the Nexus. But it's interesting to see multiple players leaning into 10-man Acolyte squads.
I mean, demolition charges are no joke, though, especially if you're recycling them. So...
Yeah, but they're only one. No, you can't. They're only once per thing, because GSC.
Oh yeah, because they actually don't. They don't spawn new. They revive
the same unit.
Yeah. Lyle coming in with a $5 super chat. How come weird stuff is cool when others do it, but y'all mock me relentlessly when I want to run something weird or bad? Because we love you, Lyle, and you're one of our friends, so we get to mock you. That's a sign that we love you.
If you ever ask our opinion, we are going to lean you into the craziest of crazy, of the most lean, mean list possible. But if you are playing something that's awesomely jank, we are going to praise you for it at the event. But if you ask our opinion, right, then we're going to try to lean you right. Nobody goes to the doctor and then gets go down to Mexico and get veneers done, right? We're going to give you the best option possible for bang for your buck.
100%. I love the in chat. No faith in my baby boy Lyle. Trust.
So we do have 4 other Death or Glory members who are apparently going to this event. Do you guys want to look over the list after we look over Sisters?
We got there's the Sisters player that I found was a John Newell.
Well, there's literally the very first person is Aaron Blair. I don't know if he's.
But is their list actually Sisters, or did they get lost?
I don't have access.
Vanguard
to that,
Tactics players don't play. Oh, it is a Sisters list. Ooh.
Let's see. We've got Morven Vol, a Palatine, St. Celestine, an actual Battle Sister squad, 3 units of Sacrosants, Mortifiers, a unit of Paragon Warsuits for our girl Morven Vol to jump into. What? Triple Paragon Warsuits?
And then a Thuristus Lancer.
And seeing a Lancer.
I was like, this is a very 9th edition list, and then you get to the second Paragon Warsuit, and it takes an immediate left turn.
Got real. That Lancer even? That's a knight, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it has
a 500 point knight with advance and charge.
It literally does one thing. It looks across the table. It says that guy right there, F that guy in particular, and it gets to free tank shock when it charges, and it has 5 swings or 10 swings, and it just does work.
I love that the Sisters list was like, pretty normal sister stuff, pretty normal sister stuff. And we push the nitro button and that shit went crazy. Triple Paragon Warsuit and a 500 point knight.
There you go, Lyle. You should play this. In fact, you need to play this for ATC. You want to play jank? This is acceptable jank.
Oh, Jesus. All right, we got another Sisters list? Who's the other Sisters list?
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, John something. Jon.
John, you're getting your list looked at because it's Sisters. Eloise will beat us if we don't.
There's Austin Jones as well.
Look, man, you get 2 sisters list. It's a 2 sisters list cap right now.
Yeah.
There's a Crimson Fist army. Oh, man, we got to look at that one, too.
Morvenval. Triple Battle Sister Squad. Immolator. Rhino. Sacrosanct. Some Death Cult Assassins. Double Exorcist. Double Paragon Warsuit. 2 single Penitent Engines. Repentia Squad. And a Retributor Squad. Where's my tanks, yo?
Bro, Brad Towson.
It's those rhinos, man. Those are your tanks. Just tank shock with them.
I mean,
Brad Towson's got a serious Tyranid list.
Townsend,
yeah.
Yeah, Brad's a good player. Let's go see what he's bringing. Let's go see what the other Brad, the Diet Coke of Brads.
This man's list is, I heard you like to go slow, so I threw some slow in your slow so you could go slow while you slow.
Tyranids. We've got the Tyrant. We got the Neuro Tyrant. Barb Gaunts. Your
5-man, 10-man, 10-man. He's making everything go slow.
Triple Biovorce for that sweet Spore Mojo. We've got 2 Exocrines. Exocrines have such a great profile when you're looking to kill infantry, by the way.
Yep.
I love it. Matt with the super chat goes, listen, I love Paragons, but what the hell is going on here?
He decided that he watched a little bit too much Gundam before he went to this event, so he just kept on adding more Nundams, and then he acted an actual Gundam.
So we've got the Lictor, a giant, 2 big units of Neurogaunts. Dude, he's got triple Pyrovores. Dude.
Yeah, this list is a savage, man.
Towns is not playing around here. Bearded Warriors, Tyrant Guard, triple Zoes. And it's 633 with the Zoes. Yep. I want to see this list play, to be honest with you. It's got just so much trash.
Yep. It's a Brad list right there.
I mean, there's a lot going on here. Oh God, Corey comes in to troll Crawley. The Triple Lord of Skulls list is where it's at the tourney. But since Crawley thinks towering is so weak, maybe you should take a look at that
one. Corey, that was so mean. Obviously, I would run my Brass Scorpion. Oh, wait.
Ooh, good question, Dorian. How does the Barbagaunt shot interact with the Warp Spider Flicker? I don't know. How about that?
Does Warp Spider Flicker? No, because Warp Spider Flicker just increases your movement speed by 24. It doesn't count as an advance.
Yeah.
So you would just move.
You'd move 22.
You'd move 22.
Oh, that's ridiculous. They need to change that. I can't be slowed down by that.
You can't nerf Eldar like that. They have feelings.
They do.
Yeah, 22. So if a Barbagaunt unit shoots at 10 different squads, do all 10 squads slow down or just the one?
All 10 squads. Everybody that's hit by the gun.
I think it's everybody.
Why does he have 25 of them then?
Because he wants to make sure that he hits things.
And
shooting indirect is hard.
It only impacts infantry, right?
And they're going to rule it at the event that it actually stacks. You're minus 11.
Yeah. That would be the best thing ever. You actually have to move backwards 6 inches.
Yeah, you have to back up off the objectives. No. All right. Somebody tell me what a list to look at that's super cool.
While we're waiting, we can look at Ben Jurek's list. He did pretty well at
Ben Jurek did well last week. You know, I want to look at Noah Madome's night list. He actually has a different take on the knights, and he did well last week also. Because 50 inches is more than 20 inches. True story. Wayleaper, Death Jester, Farseer, the Incarn. Well, the Incarn's so jacked right now. Triple Fire Prism, because yes, 1 Night Spinner, Shadow Specters, 2 Warwalkers, 1 Warp Spider, and a Wraith Knight. Get out of here with that 470 point nonsense stuff. This is Eldar, baby. It's either price to go or I don't put it in my list.
You know, people still using Wraith Knights is interesting because I thought that we would see a lot less of them now.
But they're still a cool model. I think people.
Oh no, they're fantastic.
Well, it's also. Depending on this, I mean, this could be a painting issue. Like he's literally doing triple weekends in a row and going to Europe after this. So, but I don't know. I mean, the Wraith Knight's still not a joke. You know what I mean? So Still annoying to kill, but I dig this a lot. Pretty standard on this. I wish I had a Death Jester in my list, but I can't fit it in with all the cheap shit I already put in there. Exactly. You can't nerf Eldar like that. They only have 24 S-tier units left after that. Exactly. Don't criminalize my Eldar love. 20 years for the win.
Brad, there's a Space Wolves list. Maybe you should look at that as inspiration on what to take to ATC.
God. Look, man, I'm already going into really uncharted territory with what I'll be testing all weekend.
Space Wolves, or it doesn't happen.
I mean, we told him to play Space Wolves. He chose
play Space Wolves.
Actually, I think he's just trying to tell you that, Brad, so that his team has a chance against.
Well, I'm going to look at Marcus's because KR is asking about it, because Marcus also has sick-ass painted shit, to be honest with you.
And Dory wants us to burn his list.
I can't find Marcus's list. Why is he not there?
Marcus who?
Marcus G. And I've never called him anything but Marcus.
Marcus Glozak?
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to LSO, is he?
He is not, apparently. Who else are we looking at? I'm sorry.
Dorian Snyder? Is it Dorian Snyder or Dorian Bashaw?
Bashaw.
What's that?
Dorian Bashaw.
Bashaw.
Oh, man, he's running Eldar, too.
Uh-oh. Lyle Dixon, talk Necrons for Crawley can say how bad they are. No one thinks that Necrons are bad. Even when Crawley wants to troll, he doesn't say Necrons are bad.
No, actually, Necrons are one of the things I'm actually really excited to get some reps in after ATC. I tend to only play the things I'm going to play in the next competitive event leading up to events unless I'm trolling. So I'm very, very excited to get the opportunity to put my Necrons on the table after ATC.
Let's talk about Dorian's list here. I'll talk Wayleaper, already good choice. Death Jester, Spirit Seer, I'm assuming there's Wraithguard in here now. Double Fire Prism, why is it not triple Fire Prism? Night Spinner, D-Cannon. We've got 3 units of Speiders, a Wraith Knight, and Wraith Guard. You went heavy into the Wraith.
He likes the Wraith.
Sounds like I am then. Sounds like a good list.
Yeah, no, the list is fine. It just, the problem with Wraith for me, because I'm cheap, is when you put Wraithguard and a Wraith Knight, it's just so many points tied up in something, and there's so many super efficient Eldar units that it's hard for me to put a ton of points in any one thing that's not super fast, because they just have so much stuff. But that's just my playstyle too. I love playing trash. I like to have shit everywhere.
The Wraithguard regen is going to go so well.
Hold on. I just do the loud goes. Crowley told me Necrons can't score points to my digital face the other day.
So, okay, well, listen. Necrons do have a harder time because they have a limited number of scoring elements, to the point where you have to be really careful with how you throw away your trash for being able to score. And a valuable way to be able to dismantle a Necron list is killing the Reanimator and then killing the scoring elements to be able to reduce their point intake. So they do struggle. When I say that they struggle compared to like GSC or Eldar. If you are comparing them to Votann, they score like a mother lover.
Yes, screw you. Votann players around the world, unite. Dorian, if you send me pictures of your army, I'll actually throw them up on the screen.
Aw, Corey, I know. Whatever you say is the opposite.
So I want to talk about Matthew McNeil's list. And the reason being is that he's played Ultramarines for as long as I know this guy. So he owns a brewery in North Carolina, and he wants us to come run a tournament down at his shop.
Why are we not already there?
Because you don't know, like beer.
Right? I've traveled far before.
But you don't like beer. You only drink wine.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't say what kind of brewery it was. Matthew McNeil? Oh, you mean
brewery needs beer?
No, not for me. Brewery means place that has alcohol that should be wine.
I think he has cider.
Too.
Also,
what you're saying is we need a winery.
I love this.
A tournament at a winery.
I would love to have a tournament.
I'm already making
that would actually be a doable thing.
By the way,
there's plenty of wineries in Virginia.
Matthew McNeil, this dude has played Ultramarines as long as I've known him. Playing Aeldari.
Yes.
Turns out,
I met him at LSO in 2021. I played him first round, and he was using Ultramarines. And I gave him some advice afterwards, and he followed up with me like 2 years later, and he's like, "That advice you gave me really helped out, and I appreciate it." And he
What
was
was it,
very
switch
happy because
factions?
he went to Cherokee, and he went 5-3, I believe.
Did you tell him to
So
switch factions?
no, I told him he can keep playing that faction, just not to put everything on the front line when I'm playing nothing but meltaguns.
You know,
No.
you know what you know what apparently you whispered into his ear?
Listen,
Exactly.
this is the addition of playing the good stuff.
Brad wants to go to the Dr. Pepper brewery, quotes. Also, only wineries. I just don't even pay attention. You said brewery, I heard winery. So
We need to. I think that
let's talk about his list.
another
Eloise,
Eldar-
we're not talking about those two individuals at LSO. We're not doing that.
wait, who?
and a partridge in a. I have no idea. Wayleaper, Eldrad. Eldrad's so awesome. Farseer. 2 units of Guardian Defenders just waited to get indirected in the face. Triple Fire Prism. 2 units of Shroud Runners. Striking Scorpions make me so happy. 1 D Cannon, a Wraith Knight, and a Wraith Lord style points achieved. Not like Fugan style points achieved, but still style points achieved.
So is Eldrad still worthwhile?
No,
Because you can only
absolutely
use
not.
like 1 die per phase.
correct. The whole point of Eldrad,
I disagree as long as you can fit a Farseer in as well, but now you're talking about a lot
it's a lot of
support.
points, man. And also, again, in a world where indirect exists, people that join forces with things like Guardians who are armed with bananas and nothing else. They can do
I
this.
still think if you don't take a Farseer, you're doing it wrong because you're throwing away half of your fate dice.
If they do what?
If you don't take a Farseer, you're doing it wrong because you're throwing away half of your fate dice.
You're doing it wrong because you're just going to get your Farseer shot in his dumb face.
I want them to shoot my Farseer. My Farseer has a Phoenix gem. Shoot him all you want.
And then we'll shoot him again.
Look, man, I'll just hold that dude down and beat him up. He'll come back and I'll be like, I guess we'll do it again. My hands are starting to hurt from beating Crawley's Farseer so bad.
It would be a shame if your Desolation Marines were to have to use 2 activations on 2 different turns to kill him.
It would be totally worth it because I'd just be like, stay down. You know who you are, trash. Give me another list to look at, guys.
I want to talk about this idea that Zoobs has. Every year, apparently, he goes to get wine and Lazy River tubing. Why are we doing that? That sounds
What
way
we
more
need to
fun.
do, we need to have the best of the rest tournament at a winery, and
Yeah.
then at the end we have Lazy River wine tubing.
I love it. He goes, Eldrad should have seen it coming. Should have looked into the future, punk. Bam. He is by far my favorite character in 40K. So I also think I have like 5 Eldrads scattered around the universe.
Exactly, Lyle. Lyle gets it. Do you know how to counter my face to the fist strategy?
What do we want to see? We always have IG down in Texas. Let's see. What do we
Is
got?
Brent
Well, they have
Urbanowski
Brent
at this
Brent's
event?
there.
I was saying
He's playing guard.
Urbanowski's for sure playing it. Let's look at him and is Moreland playing? I'm assuming he's coming too. We'll look at both of them. We'll
Robert
look at-
Moreland. I'll check him out.
Yeah, we'll look at I can't imagine that the Catachin is not bringing guard. Weird, he is. Let's look at Brett's guard list. Let's KD Command Squad with all kinds of stuff. 2 of them. Oh shit, he's bringing Gaunt's Ghosts. I'm so
I've heard
happy right
really
now.
good thing about Gaunt's Ghost because they have lone operative and they can also teleport around to do actions.
They also have a bunch of named dudes that are in a book. They're awesome. So
Bosses.
Lord Solar, Ursula Creed. He's got double Cadian shock troops, heavy weapon squad with mortars. Oh, dude, he's bringing triple Hellhound. Triple Hellhound, triple Manicore, laser destroyer battery, double scout rattling snipers, and then 3 units of scout sentinels who will be literally being pressed and sent back into the fight every single turn. This is
New
actually like
squads.
really scary for some lists. If he goes first, he has the ability to just drop some serious bombs on people.
Just remember his is a respawn, so he gets his freaking
100
missiles
killers.
back.
Yep.
Super
zooms in with the super chat with the random amount of all time of $1.99. Does GSC make the Yinkarn a bigger play? The problem with the Yinkarn is he is awesome, and you can't contain all that awesome in one model sometimes. But yeah, GSC is really, really good. So the Yinkarn actually helps a lot with that because he can bounce all over the place, and it does cause headaches for your opponent. Pretty much
He
anything.
only bounces what, once a turn?
Once a phase.
Once a phase. So he can still, scoot all over the place. So that's a big deal on that.
The Incarn's probably one of the, if not the most fantastic piece in all of the Eldar Codex.
Yeah, it's just boss mode. You can do some serious shenanigans with it. Was Robert playing?
He's playing guard as well.
Let's look at Roberts. Let's look at the differences in him.
I'm going to be very disappointed if.
He's got that big D energy.
He does have the big. Well, all right. He started with Gaunt's Ghost, which makes me happy. Lord Solar, platoon command with just platoon command. An Engine Seer, Creed.
Bro. He's got the Bane sword.
Oh, whoa. I gotta scroll down. Cadians, Death Corps, 2 Chimeras, the Bane sword, double Hellhound, unit of mortars, the laser destroyer, 2 laser destroyers, only 1 scout sentinel. And then he's got a Calidus for the vecting and a unit of scions to do deep striking shenanigans.
I actually like this a lot. Granted, I like big models. The Bane sword's just crazy.
And a Bane sword. Let me see what real quick. I gotta get Noah's list real quick, because he said he's playing the other knights. He's rocking the Knight Valiant, bro.
Ooh.
Knight Valiant, a Knight Warden, 2 Helverins, quad Warglaves, and then an Exaction Squad.
Very nice.
Enhance. Full disclosure, it auto sets the donations to $1.99 for me. I love everything about that. Why wouldn't it do that?
Why can't we make that $3.50? That's the.
There you go. It costs you about $3.50 to get on the stream.
$3.50. Goddamn, lock this monster. So, are you just randomly putting names up here?
Someone asked who else from Death or Glory is coming, and I gave all the names.
Oh, got
it. I didn't look at Jonathan Larson's list. He plays a very interesting Slaaneshi demon list.
I'm on it.
And we should probably talk about Chance's list as well, because he's probability. He's on our chats all the time.
Can do. Let's look at Slaaneshi demons, and then I'll go to Chance's list right after. Bellicor, double Infernal Raptress, Keeper of Secrets, Shalaxi, triple Daemonettes, double Fiends, and Seekers. Man, demons are expensive. Oh, yeah. God. Yikes. This is fast as hell, though.
Yes, it go burr.
Yeah, it goes zoom.
All I want to do is zoom. Oh, well, I guess demonetized.
And a boom.
Yes.
You really think that you singing that's going to pick up on the...
Bro, I was drinking. Normally, I don't drink before I go on stream. I was drinking pretty aggressively before I came here. Okay?
Wait, you drink? What? This is news to me.
Only when I play video games, because Diablo 4 is out. Video games, yeah. Oh, sarcasm. My bad.
I stand by what I said. No, I was typing and I got too focused. They said that exaction squads are going to go up. I said, don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Because of what, 35 points now?
Yes, they're amazing.
We were having this conversation in chat earlier, okay? You're not allowed to like things, okay? If you like things, then that means they're not balanced and they need to be taken away.
Yeah, I only like things that are OP. We're an index hammer also. If something's not OP, I just don't bother with it.
Welcome to Exaction Squads in a week and a half.
You should.
No, they said they're not doing anything till September. I'm sorry, that's my...
That's a lie.
They said they're only going to give us an FAQ next week, and then after that, they're going to wait until September to hit things, which will be taking effect for London.
Do I have my fucking gift up here for a surprise, motherfucker? So That is a lie. All right, let's take a
They're going
chance.
to go up in points. Why would they go up in points? What justification is there for them to go up points?
Because you're not allowed to have cheap action monkeys,
Bro,
okay?
look, Purgation Squads went up in points, and those dudes were at home watching reruns of The Nanny.
Exorcist went up in points, and literally, like,
Rip.
I don't even know.
At least people are playing them. The Purgation Squads were like, hey guys, what's going on? Why?
Hey, we can't say that because when Still Frosty Wargaming played against Dice with Rice, they had Purgation Squad on that list.
There was no Purgation Squad.
I thought he had a Purgation Squad.
He had a Purifier Squad.
Oh.
I was saying,
I don't know
whoa,
the difference. They
whoa.
both starts with P.
Sean's
Yeah, he had a
Sean's
10-man
wild man,
Purifier
but Purgation Squad seems a little too much. Those
I will
guys-
say the only thing he had left at the end of the game were 2 extraction squads. So maybe they are good.
Because they didn't die.
Because I didn't shoot at them all game.
This is the highest of bars, gentlemen. If something needs to be good, it just needs to be on the table at the end of the game.
Hey,
Does that mean it was bad enough for them to ignore? I don't know, but we'll find out together.
I won't kill that specifically because I don't want it to be nerfed. Oh, they did
So
mention
they're-
expansion squads in the meta watch. The sign of doom.
Servitors are terrible. You're not using them as for that role.
I
Just
mean,
use
They
a
also
single attack
mentioned-
bike.
They also mentioned demolition charges for GSC, so
yeah,
be ready for the reckoning of the head
Nothing's-
turns.
Nothing's gonna happen until September.
yeah, you
Yep.
guys really, you shut your face. All right, Chance Onva, who's been dead for a while. Commander Shadow Sun, Commander in Cold Star with what's he got? Liquid Hot Plasma, Double Cyclic High Outburst, Firesight teams, Crisis Battle Suits. Did he jam all the cyclics in here? Oh, he did. There's so many cyclics. I love everything about this. Cyclics and Plasma. And all of the shield drones in the universe. Piranha, stealth suits, a Taunar supremacy suit. Oh, and
I
double
love the
vestment.
Taunar.
He is economically priced too. $7.90.
What is FLG? Is FLG doing anything about towering? I forget.
I think they are doing something with terrain.
I think they have a house rule for towering.
what they were saying that One Piece was going to be. Mike's in chat hopefully, and he can tell us exactly what's going on.
Because if not, if you are on the air raid table against that Taunar, you're gonna have a good time.
Well, I think they're using all the new stuff. So they're using the sisters table. They're using the sisters
I'll
table.
remind you, the air raid table is considered a new table and is in the rotation of top tables. I know because I played on it.
In the rotation, I think you got the shell game rotation.
I mean, I play. What's his name? The dude from XPZ that's really good that plays Iron Hands.
They got several.
Do they?
Like, you know what? I love this. Corey goes, I'm pretty sure when Brad is all alone looking at lists, he reads them out loud the exact same way. What, you say like it's a bad thing?
He does. 100%.
He does. We've actually caught him in the corner just rambling it in the middle of the night about lists.
Of course.
So Brad, it's 7:50. Why don't we pick a winner for this, and then they'll give us like 10 to 20 minutes to talk about ATC.
What do you mean? So you're gonna go? You're like, I'm going overtime,
Yeah.
bitches.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sisters,
we started
Gothic,
late, so
and
we gotta
Chaos
go late.
only. See, fucking Ganny NJ, the Jersey Mike comes in and says that we're only using Sisters, Gothic, and Chaos only there.
Oh wow!
And towering does not work unless you are touching a ruin.
So does it work against the whole table when you're touching a ruin, or just the ruin that you're touching?
It's the ultimate. You have to jump. You have to put your model on top of it and jump off. Then you can see it.
Nice.
Cool. So what are we thinking is going to do well here?
Oh well, I mean, with that rule, towering's extra dead, especially if they're doing Layla of the Tyrants only rerolls one. So
I was waiting for him to do it. I was actually going to pull up the player packet because it is in there. Windows are blocked. Select ruins with infinite height. Towering only gets true line of sight through ruins that it toes into.
oh yeah, towering is dead at that event.
Oh, hold on. Wait. I gotta dab away the tears from my eyes.
Yeah, look at me. I'm so sad. I mean, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm supposed to be on here towering apologies. No, please, God, no. Not towering. It would be a shame if I was preparing something. No.
Let's talk about. All right, I'm moving on. You know what? I agree on KR. GSC wins this.
No, I think Eldar wins it.
Eldar wins this.
Eldar wins this 100%. FLG terrain is fantastic for Eldar. They play really well on it, and it lets them move back in and out behind the things. And with player placed terrain, especially now where they're doing the single attacker double or single
I love
defender
that, by the
double
way.
attacker.
So
Yeah.
FLG's now changed their way that they do player placed terrain. So you win the roll as a defender, you get to place down 1, and then the attacker gets to put down 2, which I think is a great change because before the defender was crazily favored on that because he basically got the first centerpiece if you wanted, whether you wanted it open or whether you wanted it closed. And they went in, it's Mike's birthday. Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Which Mike?
That Mike.
That Mike.
That Mike. Happy birthday, that Mike.
Cheers,
I'm
Mike.
also which Mike it is.
I'm just waiting to hear how these GSC players don't realize that they don't get all their demolition charges back since all of them are spamming demolition charges, and demolition charges replaces your ranged weapon because they're going to have a really bad time.
I'm wondering on that because it just recycles
Was it ruled that way, Stephen?
No, it's in the GSC.
It's in the GSC rule.
Revive the same squad.
They don't.
And the weapons are one shot.
Right. They don't. It's the difference between like the Sentinel strat and the GSC is that the Sentinels become a new unit comes out.
ATC ruled it to the point where GSC get a new squad back, so therefore at ATC you get to redo your demo charges over and over again ad nauseum. But specifically when it comes to FLG events, I don't believe they have that same clause, so it just goes to the book. So you don't get to revive your demo charges. So your demo charges are effectively useless after the first use. Not useless because obviously they blow the hell out of something, but you don't get to constantly redo them.
You know full well no one's going to enforce that.
I mean, it's FLG event, so they'll probably get 0-point yellow cards, and then we'll move on. Sorry, was that too soon?
You guys are some real negative Nancy's over here.
I'm not being negative. I'm doing a statistical analysis based upon my experience of the GSC Codex.
Jesus. Nerd.
I didn't hear any numbers.
Nerd.
Right. So, did you guys see the video that ATC released showing some tables of terrain? Because there's no way that's 200 tables of terrain.
That was so good. They look really good. I appreciate that they put paint on them, and I appreciate the effort that they're putting in.
They put a lot of work into it. Every single one of the pieces of terrain looks fantastic. I just don't think that's going to be all the tables. We're getting some silly tables.
As long as you stay on the top half and they use ranked tables, everything will be fine.
It's going to be the Tyranid table.
There's so much penalty to lose a game right now. No, I can't lose because I don't want to play on a dumb table.
I'll just go down as first defender so I can choose the table I actually want to play on, and not the Tyranid table.
No, you just want to play on that pyramid table.
Oh, the table's awful. Played on 3 times last year. It's so bad. With Blood Angels, it was fantastic.
I love that my team tried to get me to play on that. I was like, unless you want me to go to the judge and talk about how I'm on the bottom floor of this, even though there's not a bottom floor on that, let's just not do that.
Are you guys ready for ATC? We do have list submission on Sunday. Well, the question is, what is Brad playing? Because there's no chance of playing Space Wolves.
We tried to get him to play Space Wolves. He wouldn't do it.
That's a huge lie too.
He's a quitter. That's what this means. Brad is a quitter.
How is it a quitter? I've played
because you have this beautifully painted Space Wolves army.
I've played
that's WYSIWYG.
I've played WYSIWYG. 9 factions in the last 18 months.
Beautifully painted. All you need is one more score. So by you not playing Space Wolves, I feel like that's admitting your team isn't going to do that well.
Whoa. Listen, okay. Not all of us can literally make it to the point where our team has freaking schizophrenia because they're scared to death they don't know what their freaking team leader's playing, okay? Oh, wait, that's true. We don't know what our team leader's playing.
Am I the team leader?
I don't know. Do we have a leader? Are we
I was just going
are,
to say, are you guys waiting for me to lead? What? I'm
Wait, are we
dancing
more-
over here.
we lost our coach though. So who's in charge now? Is this like
Oh.
who's on first?
That's tough.
Sean Rice is in charge.
We need
We'll
an
just put him in
adult.
charge.
No, I quit. If Sean's in charge, I quit.
We definitely need an adult.
FLG has ruled no on GSC one-shot weapons in the FAQ.
Easy day. So then some people got some strategies.
So that means they can use them multiple times, correct?
No, if that means no, they can't revive them.
Oh, okay.
ATC has ruled that you can use them multiple times.
Maybe I should play GSC.
Man, do you really want the hell of assembling 120 models in a week before ATC?
I would borrow them.
You know what? We'll accept it.
That's a really difficult thing to do when you're trying to be WYSIWYG. Let me tell you how I know.
Whoa. We have Eloise saying that she can be the coach.
Oh, Eloise, I will pay you to be our coach.
She's looking to be
need
there
an
for
adult.
like maybe a day. So you guys
She
are
can
still
be there all-
responsible.
No,
No.
we need her. We need her to be our adults the whole weekend.
We need an adult, damn it.
We lost our coach to go play because he's like, I'm going to go play with the other cool kids.
I don't
Who
like
was your
Pedro.
coach?
Pedro.
He wanted to go help out some people and be an awesome dude like he is.
That's
But
very
now
nice
we
of
don't
him.
have an adult.
We need an adult. I need adult supervision.
I definitely need adult supervision, especially with the amount of liberal alcohol that we're going to consume this weekend.
So the fact that somehow we're also, I do want to throw out again that we had separate places. We had the cow house, and then Tom went, we have to all stay at the same place. I demand it. And Lyle changed everything, and then Tom went just joking and threw a grenade and walked away with an explosion like 80s movie star, and just isn't even coming to ATC now.
I'm sorry, have you met Tom? Because this is exactly what Tom would do.
Just fire behind him, not looking at all.
Tom's like,
So now
I'm going
we're-
to get hyper back into competitive 40K, and I'm not going to ATC.
Boom, flames behind.
Actually, hold on. Is ATC hyper competitive 40K?
Oh, it is the most competitive of competitive 40K. Because it is like it's like the Squid Games of 40K. It's the most house ruled weird event ever. The terrain, the points are made up and the terrain doesn't matter.
I feel like Squid Games is going to be rough when we start playing. I don't know if I'm going to ATC. I feel like I would get killed quickly in Squid Games.
No, you don't get killed in the ATC Squid Games. You get a tie.
I love
About that differential though, bro. Man, do you really
It's
want
coming.
the hell of a
They're
summit?
going to release a packet soon.
I see somebody else has already been talking to Shane on the side.
No, I literally said, why isn't there differential? They're like, whoops, my bad.
You guys all cheating.
Never mind.
These guys are all
This
cheating
is
on me
not
on
the
the
crawler
side.
that you're looking for.
There's 100% going to be differential, because if there's not differential, it makes team events boring as shit.
I know. I talked to Shane this morning to remind him that he needed to put that in his packet because we don't have that. Then it makes it really weird if list lock happens before differential makes it into
Oh
the packet.
man, I really hope there's a change on Monday with the rules.
Yes!
Lists are locked.
Don't change the packet till Monday.
Totally
You
change
guys are
all the shit.
assuming that lists are actually due on Sunday. I bet you they're not going to be due till like Wednesday.
I bet you the list won't be due until the day of because they're not going to have anybody actually monitor that, except for the one dude who showed up to Kansas City with a freaking portfolio this thick of lists that were illegal or late submitted. And the look on the GW judges' faces of the eye roll of like, oh my gosh, we have to go through all of this now. That dude took team events very seriously.
Yes,
and if
he
you are here,
did.
sir, I
And
appreciate you.
how did his team do?
I have no idea who he was, so I don't know.
The better part would be is he actually wasn't playing in the tournament. Just slammed
Yeah.
us.
Bro, do you
Screw
want to
you
be the guy?
guys? Mic drop. I'm out.
You want to be the guy that walks up to Mike Brandt and says, like, whatever 30, 40 lists are illegal in this tournament? Like, I literally just jet the second that shit happened.
I mean, sometimes people say, "Why wouldn't
So
you check it
Anna wants
yourself?"
to know if it would be a. So Eloise wants a whistle, so she could be the coach. And
If she
Anna
agrees
wants
to
to
be
know
our
if
coach
it
all
would be
3
a
days.
dog whistle.
Wait, what?
A dog whistle. DOG.
Gee, come on.
Oh,
Jesus,
Sorry.
Crawley,
Jesus.
stay with the humor already. All right, what do people want to promote? One, like and subscribe. Hit the Patreon. Let us be able to continue doing stuff and me not living on the streets. What do you have going on, Mr. Brandon? I heard there's still Frosty in there.
There is. So Eloise was off today because she hurt herself and she's recovering. So after work, because she's working remotely, she helped out our battle report channel. So we now have the ability to update all the scores in an inlay where I don't have to use the computer again. I can just do it right from my phone. So
nice.
we've updated the cameras, so they're now streaming in high definition. I have a curtain up, so it should cut down some of the lighting issues. I'm ready to do some battle reports down here.
You're not going to do everything
Do
like
you
Jedi?
have a better
No.
internet connection yet?
So it's gonna be hard because we have the best internet connection that Brad's company AT&T can provide.
How is it
at
my
least-
company?
Is it at least a gig?
Yeah, it's the best one that they can provide.
Then you
And
need
it's
a
it's
streaming
hard
computer because your computer is
Oh, 100% computer shit.
it's DOG shit.
Hey, I have to use the tools that I have, and it's working out so good so far. So can't complain too much.
I'm like looking at my rig and I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
You spent like $10,000 on your gaming rig. I don't.
Yes.
I
Yes,
don't
I
have $10,000 for a computer.
Listen, I am a computer enthusiast. Okay, I have two things in my life that I spend way too much money on them. They are computers and 40K.
But I mean, there's a difference between being a computer enthusiast and having a Commodore 64 trying to run streaming off of.
I know, right? Like, there's a middle ground here. Like, I mean, what do you have? 4 gigs of RAM?
Whoa.
I don't actually know.
He-
This laptop was purchased
He doesn't
5
have-
years
he
ago to
doesn't,
play
he
StarCraft.
doesn't have 4 gigs of RAM, he has 4.
No, what he's
Just
he's literally
4.
he's got a Dell black box, and if you open it up, it's literally got like the whole old magnetic drive.
I love it.
Andy, I
Eloise,
still do have those free CDs from
Wait,
AOL.
wait,
They
wait,
make great terrain.
I love that.
wait,
Eloise,
hold on. Eloise, is it StarCraft 1 or StarCraft 2?
I love that she also said that she bought it. When she bought it, it was the minimum specs at the time also.
Oh, good lord.
Good times. My friend.
Yeah,
I have a
so
lot.
it's fine. So I can play Age of Empires 2 on here. I just streaming isn't the best.
Age of Empires 2, you say? Oh man, I'm
Whoa.
impressed.
They keep coming out with expansions. They just came out with a new expansion.
Love everything about this.
Corey, stop it. Stop it. You're not wrong, but stop it.
Weird science. All right. On the
Okay.
weird science note,
Hold on.
I
I get to plug my thing.
oh yeah.
Everybody that is watching this, please, as a personal favor, because Corey makes fun of me, I'm going to play the Arms of the Angel. Go subscribe to Dice with Rice. That man has been working his arse off trying to get as many subscribers as he can. We could almost double his subscriber count right now.
I even just played Sarah McLaughlin for you.
There you go. So
And
go give that man and subscribe to Still Frosty
I was gonna
Wargaming.
say.
He plugged himself. He plugged himself. I don't need to plug him.
I just want to plug me.
Plug yourself.
I
Plug
do.
yourself.
Right now. It's my other channel. So, Jesus.
It's Brad Chester's OnlyFans channel. He has to pay for Europe one way or
As
another.
usual, shit went downhill out of nowhere. So, on that note, everyone, thanks for hanging out.
Have a good night.
I will be randomly going live this weekend a couple times just because I want to talk about ATC stuff. And I have no timetable on that. So, besides that, see you later, everybody.
I will probably randomly see you this weekend when Brad invites me 5 minutes before our call.